So let's create our assignment. And our assignment will be simple. We previously designed the database, right? And let me put it on the screen, right? Which have one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many relationship, right? So what I want to do, I want to create this database. So I will show you how to create it, and as an assignment, as a class assignment, you will have to submit it to me, right? And then you will have to do homework separately. So we'll create total 4 tables. First table will be table authors, primary key author ID, and field will be short text 6. Remember, sometimes it's written text, but when people write text, they mean short text. Author last name, text 50. Author first name, text 50. Then we'll create table books, which will have primary key, book ID, author number, title, text 100, right? And then we will add table publisher, which will have primary key, publisher ID, short text 3, and we'll add publisher name. Let it be 80 characters, right? That's I think what I forgot to write it here. Now, and then we will add foreign key to table books, right? We'll update table books with the foreign key, publisher ID, short text 3. Remember, foreign key must have exact same properties as the primary key. So if we want to connect publisher to the books, right? And remember relationship. This means that one publisher can have many books. And each book can have only one publisher. And in many part, we always put foreign key. Please see video explaining it. Now, and the last one, we will create table connection, which will create many-to-many relationship between authors and books. It means one author can write many books. And each book can have more than one authors. Other ways to say many authors. And table connection authors books will have foreign key book ID, right, which will relate to table books, and foreign key author ID, which will relate to table authors. And I will show you how to do a relationship between them. All right. So let me show you. What I did, and let me go to home. So I will see the first screen what you have. So what you will have to create a new database, right? As it described in assignment. I already predefined. I assume that by now you know how to create database. So I created 4 tables which we described to save time, right? To show you how to do. So first I have table authors. If we go to design view, table authors have 3 fields: primary key, author ID, short text, and field size 6, author last name, author first name. Then I created table books. Books here have primary key, book ID, right? And this is, you remember how to do primary key. Book ID, I call it author number, title, short text 100, and publisher ID, foreign key, publisher ID 3. Why the 3? Because if you go to table publisher, publisher ID, short text 3. And that's why foreign key also short text 3, right? Then I have table publisher, obviously, primary key short text 3, and publisher name short text 80. And the last one is a connection table, which connects author ID and book. And here is I had mistake. You have to make sure that this table does not have any primary key. Right? Even if Access will say, hey, let's create primary key, don't create a primary key. You have to make sure that this table does not have a primary key. Connection table is only one table which allowed to be without primary key. Right? Let me save it. So I have 4 tables, which I'm sure by now you can create it. If not, send me an email and I will guide you, or see the previous tutorials and what I posted today. Now, to create relationships between tables, first of all, we look at our diagram, right? So we always look at our diagram, right? This is our diagram, and also you will have access to this PowerPoint too. And this is our sample data, how they connected. But this is our diagram. So let's first connect publishers to books. In order to do connection, you have to go in database tools tab and press relationships. So let me see again with connecting books to publishers. So it's very easy. Once you're in relationships, right? You have to select table publishers, press add, and table books, press add. So you have a table, right? Then press close. And to make a relationship, it's very easy. You need to relate primary key to foreign key. And if you name them correctly, you click on a primary key and you just drop it to foreign key. Again, let me see, you select it, you keep your finger on the left button of the mouse, you don't remove it, and you just bring it here. Now, two things to make sure. First of all, you have to make sure that you select all checks. Later in the course, I will explain you what they mean. Now, if you make your collection correctly and everything is fine, you will see one to many, which will describe the relationship between publisher and books. Now you have to make sure that under table publisher and table books you have correct keys. Table publisher must have primary key publisher ID and foreign key publisher ID. We press create. Now you have one to many connection, right? You see that one publisher can have many books and one book can have only one publisher. Now, since it's done, next let's make connection between authors and books. So we go to show table and we press on authors, and we already have books and we need our connection table, right? Press close. So you will see that our connection table, it's table which have foreign key for book ID and foreign key for author ID. And it's very easy. By the way, you can drag and through the screen the tables. You just click on it and put it the way you like, right? So I put authors here and connection here. Now you connect book ID to book ID, so you have to make sure that primary key book ID, foreign key book ID, it shows one to many, and you press select everything what says here, create. And under author ID you connect primary key author ID to foreign key author ID, and it's one to many. And you press save and it's saved. And I pre-populated with data, so how you check if things are working. So for example books, right? You see a little plus. If you press on it, we will not see because I didn't do connection between books. If you go to the publisher, right, and press publisher John, you will see that John have one romantic day, right, comedy, book, and publisher Thompson have 3 titles, right, because they're related. You can see them when you press it. And connection, if you see the table connection author books does not have anything. So let's open table book, right? So we'll see, for example, book 1. So we'll write foreign key book 1, right? And book 1, so you would understand book 1 is a computer book, right? And we want to connect it to the author, right? Orton Corman Steven, right? So we copy the author ID, right, to connection table, right? Then we'll have book ID 4 and book ID 4, so we can check in table books. Book ID 4 is Word 2003. We'll have 2 authors. It's author Koval, right? Jen Shui, its author ID is Koval, so we will write Koval, and then book ID 4 also have, let's have author, we'll have author Adams John, so we copy Adam John ID here, right? So book number 4, which is so now if you close everything, right? Do you want to save changes? No, we don't want to save layout changes. And if we open table books, and we would see that we have this book has one after VRG567, and for now one way to see it after then it means for book 1 the author is Corman Steven, right? And for book 2 there is no afters, for 3 no after, and book 4 has 2 after, someone with ID Koval and ID KRB123, KRB123 Adams and Koval at Jane Shui. That's about it. So you will have to do it for your class assignment to create this database, but I will describe it in assignment. If you have any question, please email me at mkliban@asa.edu.